Now, just because we do see Ghost in control and in the streets pretty much straight away here, it doesn't mean that we're not going to be seeing or hearing about the past, because I do think we will. Jennifer Ferrin, who also plays the young Kate Egan, did mention that Power Origins will be a mixture of the late 90s and early 2000s, which tells me we're probably going to be in for a few flashbacks at some point in season 1. They've got 18 episodes to really flush this story out, and I do think with a story like this, with what they can tell, the history with young Ghost and Tommy, 18 episodes with a mixture of where they are at this moment in time, in the early 2000s, flashbacks and conversations, they really do have a lot of time to really flush this story at the right pace, which I do think they will. Again, with Sasha Penn at the helm, we know what he's done with Raising Kanan, how well-paced Raising Kanan is, and I am expecting very much similar for Power Origins, or even better when it comes to Power Origins, because they've got a lot more episodes to play with rather than just the 10 episodes a season. I don't actually expect to see a lot of the stories that we've had in Power, things that we've already had in Power, such as Angela leaving Ghost heartbroken. I personally don't think we need to see that. They would be cool Easter eggs, and no doubt we will see few moments that were spoken of back in Power, just like the car wash or Tommy and Ghost driving a Honda Accord. But I personally don't think we need to see everything. We don't need to see a heartbroken Ghost with Angela leaving him when he was younger, because we already know that. Why do we need to see it? We can hear them make reference to it in conversations, but I just think get straight into the story that we don't know. Relationships, characters that they had a bond with in the streets, just like Jay Boogs, Ghost's past in terms of his family, or should I say lack of family that he had, his upbringing, the relationship between Tommy and Kate. For example, what Joseph Sikora mentioned, how in his mind he created this backstory that his first kill was an abusive ex-boyfriend of Kate's, then building their organization, basically how these legends started where they started, and how they ended up being the drug dealers that we saw on Power through loss of loved ones, manipulation, being mentored by not just Kanan and Breeze. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of others that came and went during their late teens and early 20s. But most importantly, I think the relationship between Kanan, Ghost and Tommy, this dynamic, I think there's going to be a lot of love between them and genuine love, but at the same time, how much of it was also manipulation? Over on X, I posted this recently, which was the conversation between Ghost and Kanan from season 1. It was Ghost trusting the word of Kanan that Roller was behind the hits to his organization. Ghost was always too trusting in Kanan.